Well, just how what's the feeling of the start of spring practice with so many of you guys returning here?
Yeah, it never gets old. It's like the first day of school feeling. Christmas Day type of feeling. Kind of that. It's not the start of the season, but it kind of feels that way. Your first time being on the grass, the turf, in the stadium with your whole team and your whole coaching staff, working together towards one common goal and to get better. So it's always fun. It's always hard to sleep the night before, and I think it's a healthy kind of energy, anxiety, if you want to call it, but it's really healthy, and it's a blessing. I've enjoyed it.
Coach Loney talked about you even taking another step and looking for little things to take that next step. What are some of the things as you guys went back and looked of what you can improve and what you're trying to improve this spring?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not looking to improve, there's no reason to be here. God's given me gifts to invest in them and to become better in them, so that I may worship and thank Him and show others, Him within me. So, but within the game, I'm always looking to get better with my mechanics and within the position of the quarterback, so I can be most efficient and consistent. Velocity, power, accuracy, things like that. But within the game, within the grass of things y'all see, ball security is always something that can get better. Intangibly, leadership, vocal presence, leading by example, even when I may not want to some days, because at the end of the day we're all human, and there's days where it's harder than others. But being that quarterback, a lot of people look towards you for energy and intensity and insight and excitement. So just always looking to use my gifts to be a light to others in my team.
Yeah, Pat, a guy who could, if in doubt, just throw it up to him, right? So what's like breaking in a new group this spring? How big is the spring for this wide receiver core?
Yeah, it's exciting. Like I said, it's always hard to sleep the night before because there's a lot of uncertainty of how guys will practice, react to be out there full speed, with the helmet on, the pads on, and working with new people. So it's a lot of fun. Pat and Zachary were two really, really great receivers and pass catchers, route runners, and everything under the sun. So it's exciting to work with not only those new guys, but Malik and Kapka to see them grow, their confidence shift from good to great, and it's really exciting. Only been out there one day, but to see the growth of those two, and obviously our slot receivers, Hank and Colin, are just going to continue to make incredible strides. There's no doubt, but to see Hudson and Justin and Braden, to see their God-given abilities, the uniqueness that they bring, Jabo the size, Hudson the savviness, the understanding of the game, and Trimble the speed. I think that could really affect defenses in a really, really big way and help our team out. So it's good. I'm learning, as we all are, learning their strengths, their abilities, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see those guys grow and have fun out there. So it's been good.
Walk us through the process of developing that, I guess, more chemistry, more trust with specifically the new guys, but also the guys that you have coming back in that wide receiver group.
Yeah, I mean, you're always working hard to kind of get on the same page at the end of the day with each individual receiver. Malik sees the game differently than Alex and Colin, than Justin Bowick, than Hudson and Trump. Like, they all see the game differently and all have their strengths and abilities within kind of their vision and perspective of the game and how they see kind of different coverage and things like that. So it's a really strenuous process that people don't really understand. So working on it every single day, understanding where they like to catch the ball, or what coverage that they're really good at defeating. So it's a work in progress, and I'm learning their strengths and abilities as well. They're learning mine. So it just takes reps, it takes practice like anything. So we've only been out there for one day. We've been working, kind of on our own, throwing and catching, but being out there against a real live defense, full speed, playing real football is it takes reps and practice, and that's why we're out there.
Coach Bielema, he's had a lot of praise for Braden Trimble. Have you had a lot of interactions with him, and what have you seen from that freshman wideout?
Yeah, just a lot of freshmen coming in. I know me, and just you kind of question, do I really belong, or how do I stack up against these older guys who have done it? And one thing about Braden, his confidence, his personality is totally injected into this team, and he's just been himself, which is so awesome to see. And like I just said, his talents and his speed and his burst and acceleration and would I think really be a good thing a great thing for our team. And I think he'll definitely find his way on the field as long as he develops his confidence, his mental tools to to really open up and be himself and trust himself. So it's really cool to see.
A lot of people have been talking about the wide receivers. What was it like to just bring back multiple really good running backs? How does that help the offense?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I guess you keep all of them, keep the 4 guys who were really in there, making things happen for us. And I think just, like I said, chemistry, I've had so many different reps with them, and their strengths are all different, and they're able to affect defenses and teams in so many different ways, and they enjoy the game. So it's a lot of fun. I love playing with them, and I know when I'm gone, I'll miss every single day that I have with them. So enjoying it, soaking in every moment. I know it's my last year, so my perspective is pretty unique. Just playing with each individual guy and connecting with them. So just excited to see them keep growing and really make some cool things happen for themselves this year.
How have you approached the role of kind of trying to shepherd, Ethan and Trey and Carson around as you go through that together in that room?
Yeah, I think I use all my experiences to really, kind of soak in that role. I was definitely in Carson's shoes. At a certain point in time, I was a true freshman. Kind of playing behind Matt Corral, who was the ultimate competitor, the ultimate teammate, the ultimate leader. And I certainly take that and carry that with me every single day. And I kind of take that perspective as Carson or Trey. They kind of look to me as kind of that guy. And when they get older, they'll kind of have that vision or perspective of how they saw me and how I interacted with them, and that's the way they'll interact with the younger guys. Kind of in a couple years from now. So it's a big deal. It's kind of why I'm out there, to encourage, to uplift, to empower. To really engage with those guys as best as I can. If I'm not really doing my job, I guess. So it's fun. I take a lot of pride in it, and it's something that I don't take for granted either. So it's been fun. Those guys' spirits and energies is really cool to see.
What did you want?
Outside the expectations for this team's kind of up here. Where is it internally? Do you guys care about that outside stuff?
If we'd be lying if we didn't ask for it or didn't want it. This is a position that we wanted to be in, to be able to be talked about, to be able to have expectations upon us. It comes with a lot of pressure, but man, pressure's a privilege. Like I said, we asked for it. We would much rather be in this position being talked about than being kind of last year being talked, or a couple years ago being talked about in a negative way. So, but at the end of the day, it's all talk. In 2025, everybody is 0-0. Nobody's won a game, and everybody's got 15 spring practices, and everybody will have a summer and 15 or however many practices you get in the fall to go be your best team, be your best self. So, Coach B, and I think the whole mindset is, our biggest opponent's us. We can either listen to that, and it's obviously there. You can embrace it and consume it, or you can and make it, want you to get better and things like that, as you know, or you can listen and get complacent and satisfied, and that'll ultimately lead to some bad things and failure. So we got a good group, mentally, and that embraces that role and great leadership. That's where it starts with Coach B and all of our coaches. So being our best self, understanding our biggest opponents, ourselves, you versus you kind of mentality, and if we do what we do, it's really shown to lead to success. So that's what we'll carry with us, I think, for all year. That's what I carry with me every single day, even outside of the building. So.
Luke, you talked about your voice and being more vocal, even more than you were last year. What did you learn last year about, how did you grow your voice, and what did your voice become then?
Yeah, I guess just self-confidence. I'm very comfortable in my own skin. I think what you learn, if you force it, it's not really the most healthy or most authentic, and people can really point that out. So, out there on a game day or a practice week or first day of spring practice, you kind of just go out there and be natural, and I have such a passion and love for the game, and what I do, it naturally comes out of me. When I see a great play, I get super excited for my team, and that leads to me being vocal around the guy and encouraging. And if somebody's bringing low effort or something like that, I'm not afraid to really vocally bring that presence, because I care. I care about my teammates' future and care about our team and the direction that we're going. So it just happens naturally for your love, your care, your work that you put into it. It just comes out. And so, I'd be holding back if I wasn't being myself. So I'm just out there being myself, and just leads to spiritual and mental identity and really submitting that. And so, comfortable in my own skin, I really am, and very passionate about the game, so it naturally comes out.
You throwing to Pat and Zachary tomorrow? What's that experience going to be like for you?
So cool. You know, you grow up watching or football guys do. You know, not many fans or really know about it, but quarterbacks and certainly a lot of every single player wants to be a part of a pro day one day,
Right.
and to be in front of NFL scouts. You know, if you're there, you've probably done some good things. So to be able to be there, in a different position, kind of just being a part of it and trying to make my teammates look good is something that's so cool. So, I even asked to be a part of that because I want to be around Pat, Zukari, and Carson Goda for, I guess, one last time, kind of out there in that indoor and in an organized setting. So just really thankful for the opportunity, and I don't take it for granted. I really don't. And I'm going to miss throwing to those guys for sure. So might as well get one last time with them. So
With such a big group